years, I've been familiar with using both a Sony camera as well as a Canon camera. Currently, I'm using the Sony A7S III as my main A-roll cam, and then I'm also using the R6 Mark II or the EOS R8 for my B cam. But now that I've had some time using both brands, I think the time has finally come for me to switch and choose one. Here's why. Okay, so before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm actually going to be switching from Sony to Canon officially. But I wanted to talk really quickly about why I'm switching away from Sony. One of the main reasons I'm switching from Sony is my current camera, the A7S III, is a 12 megapixel camera. And unfortunately, the A7S III is infamously known for not being the best at photos, but it is really great with video. But since now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable on the video side, I do want to build my skills on the photo, hence why the A7S III might not be the ideal choice for me anymore. A lot of you might say, why don't you just switch to the A7 IV that can accomplish both your photo and video? Well, since I already have the R6 and the R8, I figured that I might as well just stick to one brand. High five. Good boy. Shake. Good job. Up. Up. Yes. Sit down. Yes. You guys may have met Mochi. He is our American Eskimo, and he's been featured in a couple of our videos in the past, but I did want to introduce you guys to a new member of our family. Hello, can I wake you up a little bit? Wait. Sit. Okay. This is Mika. She is our recent rescue from South Korea. She's a Shiba Inu and Corgi mix, but yeah, she is a new member of this household, so Mochi's sister. Because I have the two dogs now, that's mainly the reason why I wanted to learn a little bit of photography, because I want to learn how to take good pictures of them. So while we're waiting for the store to open, we're actually gonna go take the dogs to the park. So I'm gonna finish packing up all of our camera gear here, and then by the time that we're done at the park, we should be ready to go to the camera store. Alright, so we're at the dog park right now and just letting them run around. Good thing is nobody else is here, so we can at least just let them roam free. But while we're here, I also wanted to mention, between the Canon and the Sony, I have about 3 Canon lenses versus my 1 Sony lens. I have the f2.8 16-35 G Master lens for the Sony, and that's basically all I've been working with. So that's another plus for me to just consolidate to all Canon, since they're all RF lenses and they can kind of interchange with each other. The one thing that I do prefer with Sony though is because they are able to use third-party lenses. So if I wanted to invest in another lens, I don't have to necessarily pay the Sony price point, whereas Canon, they're only compatible with Canon, but they are circulating some rumors that are hopefully true that Canon will soon open up their lenses to third-party brands as well, which means that we will have other price points to choose from instead of just going with the Canon price tag. For those of you who are in the Las Vegas area, B&C Camera is one of the major camera stores out here in the valley. Once in a while, they'll do a weekend special where they will take trade-ins or give you store credit, and this usually falls around the time of a major camera release. So right now they're offering deals on their cameras at a discount, and they're also charging no tax. So I figured this would be the perfect time to sell them my Sony and lens and the R8. So this is officially the last time I'm gonna have those cameras. By the time we continue again in this video, it will now be on the new camera. Alright, we're in line right now. We're getting ready to trade in. This is going to be my last clip with the A7S III. so we're finally back home now. We got our goods from B&C. So they had a lot of goodies for us other than the camera. We also got this alien guy. I think that's their mascot from B&C camera. And we have this, I don't know what this is, like a little map. Oh, okay. So it's a description of all the alien figurines that they have. I have Rosie Well. This is the one I have, the one on the top right. That's pretty cool. A nice lens cloth and some stickers. And finally, the long-awaited camera that we chose. Can you see it? We have the R5. Obviously, as you guys know, we ended up trading in our A7S III body and the 16-35 f2.8 lens. And I also traded in the EOS R8 body only. So I decided to keep the lens since I'm going to be using this on the R5, and plus I still have the other 16-35 f2.8 RF lens. Alright, so just opened up. Okay. So we have our warranty info manual, of course. Great thing with this too, since we're switching out to the R8, is this uses the same battery as the R6, so it's the LP-E6NH. So now we have two of those, and we have the same charger, so we can share batteries between both cameras. USB-C cord, because you can charge this camera as well. Our strap, EOS R5, and lastly the body. So it feels pretty much the same as the R6. And I think it is the same size, pretty much the same weight as well. So I'm gonna dive into these and get this set up and then finish out the video using the R5. So that pretty much wraps up our day switching from the Sony to now a Canon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and learning a little bit more about our reasonings behind making the switch. I know that there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna express their concerns about switching from one brand to the next, especially since the fan base of Sony's are very, very high. So there's lots of loyal people out there. In fact, even at the store, when we were at the camera store earlier, a lot of people were somewhat shocked that we were switching out our A7S III for a Canon. But as the reasons that I've mentioned in this video, I think it's just going to be the best fit for what we use it for. We did consider a couple more reasons, so I guess this is going to be kind of our bonus points, and that is the difference in color science between the Sony cameras and the Canon camera. In my experience, Canon colors tend to lean more on the warmer side and Sony colors lean more on the cooler. It's been unrealistic for me to have the A7S III or any of the other Canon cameras as an A and B cam because it'll just take more work for me to try to match the colors together. And that was another big reason for us not to keep the two brands and essentially just led us to Canon. So I just forgot to mention that earlier, so I wanted to mention it now. Definitely nothing against Sony. I have used that A7S III for many years. I've taken it on trips with us, and it even made it all the way to the Philippines. So it's something that has been well loved by us. But again, just for efficiency's sake, I think combining it all to one camera with now the R5, it should help us have a more efficient workflow. That is all I have for today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below and subscribe for more tech and gear related videos. I'll see you all in the next one.